Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but your reality still doesn't change? Like you're stuck in a loop, visualizing, affirming, pushing, but the universe stays silent? What if I told you, you don't have to fight to manifest, you just have to align? In this video, I'll reveal a powerful path known as Reality Transurfing, a method so profound it can shift your entire life without force. But only if you're ready to see reality through new eyes. In the silent corners of existence, where the stars whisper and time folds upon itself, a sacred knowledge emerges, not as a command, but as a remembrance. It speaks of a path where reality bends not through struggle, but through alignment. Reality Transurfing, as channeled by Vadim Zeland, is less a method and more a rediscovery. That life doesn't need to be forced, it can be chosen. It teaches that reality isn't a single fixed path, but a field of infinite potentials, the space of variations from which we can select our experience through conscious intention and inner harmony. Instead of fighting the current, we learn to ride the wave of fortune. When we quiet the pendulums, those energetic structures feeding off our attention, we reclaim our energy and return to our center. And from that center, we create. The beauty lies not in effort, but in clarity. As we project energy from our subconscious mind, deeply imprinted with beliefs, we begin to sculpt the outer world through the inner. Self-mastery is not dominance, but fluid adaptability, a gentle dance between polarity and peace. Let this be your invitation. Breathe deeply, align with your truest self, and open the gates to the reality you were always meant to live. But what if all you've just touched upon is merely a veil, concealing a deeper, more ancient truth that governs everything you see? We journey into the heart of these laws. Have you ever felt lost, disconnected from who you really are? I created 3 transformative ebooks to help you reconnect with your true essence. Click on the link in the pinned comment and begin your transformation now. Reality doesn't respond to what we say, it responds to what we are. Beneath the surface of the visible world lies a silent architecture built from the principles of mentalism and polarity. All is mind, and every experience begins as a thought, vibrating in harmony or dissonance with what you draw into your life. Thoughts aren't just private, they are waves cast into the quantum ocean, as above, so below. Every cause creates an effect, every effect traces back to a cause. This law, often invisible, governs the choreography of your life. But most wander unaware, reacting instead of creating. When we become mindful of our energy dynamics and align intention with inner truth, we interrupt the chain of unconscious manifestation and choose a new ripple to send out. This isn't about force, but balance. Intention must be held lightly, too tight, and the wave collapses, too loose and it disperses. Like a flower opening with the sun, creation blooms in harmony. The power is in choosing, not clinging. The more aware you become of this sacred tension, the more deliberate your manifestations will be. But what happens when invisible forces try to pull you away from your path? What if there are energies feeding off your attention, steering your course without you even knowing? That's what we'll uncover next. Did you enjoy the content and it made a difference for you? Click on Super Thanks and support our work. Imagine reality not as a straight road, but as a vast, infinite field shimmering with possibilities. A space of variations where every potential version of your life already exists, waiting to be chosen. This is not fantasy, it is sacred structure. Every moment, with every thought and intention, you are shifting between lifelines, like tuning into different frequencies on an endless cosmic radio. When you align your energy with the lifeline that holds your desire, reality bends in your favor. The subconscious mind becomes your navigator, subtly guiding your perceptions and choices. The key isn't to demand change, but to embody the version of yourself who already lives that reality. That self already exists. You're simply meeting them halfway. In this dance of timelines, adaptability is your greatest ally. Life's synchronicities aren't random. They are echoes from the version of reality you're moving toward. Every coincidence is a whisper from the path ahead, asking, do you choose me? Choose with clarity. Choose with peace. The shift is not in the world. It is in your frequency. But what if not all energies support your transformation? What if some want to keep you asleep, feeding off your attention? Let's unravel the nature of these hidden forces next. There are forces moving around us, silent, collective, and ever hungry. Pendulums are energy structures created by the focused attention of many. They live through your emotional investment and thrive in your reactions. They're not evil, but they are draining. And if you're unaware, they'll steer your life without you ever noticing. A pendulum might be a belief system, a political movement, even a conflict in your personal life. They hook you through polarity, drawing you into extremes, love or hate. It doesn't matter. What matters is your energy. Detachment is your sword. The moment you observe instead of reacting, you loosen their grip. You regain your choice, your intention, your path. This is the art of energy management. Choose where your attention goes. Is it nurturing your wave of fortune or feeding someone else's drama? Practice mindful observation. Let the pendulum swing, but don't swing with it. From this place of quiet power, you become the eye of the storm, centered, aware, and unshakable. And when the noise quiets, when you're no longer entangled in collective emotion, what emerges is something deeper, more intimate. The gateway to true empathy and mindful presence awaits next. When the mind softens and the noise subsides, something sacred begins to rise, empathy. Not the kind born of sympathy or obligation, but a deeper cosmic understanding that all beings are mirrors, reflecting the one light in infinite forms. To feel another without absorbing them, that is true spiritual maturity. It's the soul recognizing itself in another. This is where mindfulness becomes more than a technique. It becomes a state of being. To walk through life awake, feeling every breath, noticing the subtle shifts in energy, means you no longer live on autopilot. You respond instead of react. You harmonize instead of control. From this awareness, you shape reality from a place of conscious creation. Empathy is not weakness, it's resonance. The empath doesn't lose themselves. They tune in and choose where to place their energy. As you observe others with clarity and compassion, without getting entangled, you honor their path while remaining sovereign in your own. This is the foundation of inner harmony, the soil from which powerful manifestations grow. But what if the secret to lasting transformation isn't in control, but in surrender? What if the next key is learning to move with life instead of against it? That's what we uncover next. The old self clings. It wants to predict, define, and dominate each outcome. But the soul flows. It whispers that adaptability is the true power, that transformation doesn't arise from rigidity, but from dancing with the rhythm of life. In the space between control and chaos, there lies creation. Attempting to force outcomes disrupts the harmony of intention. You may achieve a goal, yes, but at the cost of peace, alignment, and joy. When you release the grip and begin to trust, the energy dynamics shift. You move with grace, not resistance. And in that state, your subconscious mind becomes your ally, not your saboteur. This doesn't mean passivity, it means wise action. You choose, you intend, and then you let go. Like water finding its path around the rocks, you embody holistic integration, mind, body, soul aligned. This is where the magic lives, not in obsession, but in openness, not in control, but in communion with the flow. And from this flowing state, a new force begins to rise. One that isn't just about influence, but about projection. What if your very energy could reshape outcomes? Let's explore that next. What if the world you see is just a canvas, and your energy, the brush? Every thought, emotion, and vibration you hold doesn't merely stay within you, it radiates. Like invisible ink, it writes itself across your reality. This is the secret most overlook. You're always projecting, whether consciously or not. When your inner world is aligned, when your subconscious mind is clear, your intention focused and your heart coherent, your energy becomes magnetic. You don't chase, you attract. You don't push, you pulse. And that pulse resonates into the space of variations, calling forth the lifeline where your dreams already exist. But projection also demands responsibility. If you carry resentment, fear, or doubt, that too becomes a beacon. The key is self-awareness. Not perfection, but presence. Tune your energy daily through practices like breathwork, visualization, or sacred silence. Let your life become the reflection of a soul in mastery. And yet, even mastery must be harmonized across all layers of being. What if the final secret to effortless manifestation lies in integration? Let's enter the symphony of self next. To manifest consciously is to become whole. Fragmented intentions lead to fragmented realities, but when the mind, heart, and soul unite, life flows with unexpected grace. Holistic integration isn't about effort or force, it's about attunement. It's the moment when every part of your being sings the same note and the universe listens. In this state, the sacred principles, mentalism, polarity, cause and effect, don't remain abstract concepts. They become embodied. You stop chasing outcomes and start being the outcome. Your presence begins to resonate at the frequency of your desired reality. Actions become deliberate, emotions aligned, and thoughts sacred tools of creation. This is the true path to self-mastery. It's not about controlling life, but aligning so purely with your essence that life reflects you effortlessly. You begin to trust deeply, adapt fluidly, and walk with a grounded peace. This inner congruence becomes your anchor and your compass. From this place, reality doesn't need to be forced. It responds. Now it's your turn to step into the version of you who chooses reality, not waits for it. What insight touched you most today? How are you going to live this truth starting now? Tell me in the comments. I want to hear your journey. And here's a challenge. For the next 3 days, observe where your energy flows. Is it creating or just reacting? Write it down. You'll be surprised by what you uncover. If this awakened something in you, subscribe and turn on notifications, because we're just getting started. You've learned how to shape your reality while awake. But what if the real transformation happens while you sleep? In the next video, we'll unveil the hidden gateway your dreams have always been guarding.